Well, hello everyone. Welcome to my live stream. This will be my last live stream for 2024. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. I am doing very well. Had a little bit of trouble getting my computer to start up this evening, and that's why I'm about 2 minutes late on my live stream. But just wanted to check in with you today, and this will be my last live stream of the year. Looks like CG Anime Fan is here. Good to see you on here, CG. I hope you're doing well. So, like I said, this is my last live stream of the year, and I am going to spend a little bit of time tonight talking to you guys about my YouTube channel, and I'm also going to be giving you a last update on my store, on my eBay store, and how well it's doing uh, as we're coming to the final days of December. CG, thank you. I appreciate it. Good to see you again. I did go back and watch your review of my channel. Thank you for doing that review, CG. It was a really nice review, and I appreciate that. Let's see, what was I going to talk about? First of all, let me get on my eBay account so that I can pull that up when the time comes for me to start talking about my selling on eBay and how it's been doing for the last couple of weeks. I didn't do a live stream last Sunday because of it being the holidays, Christmas time, and my son and my daughter-in-law were here for the weekend, and we were spending time together. I actually had a fire pit that I set up at the house where they're staying, which is one of my Airbnb houses, which will be one of my Airbnb houses. And had a fire pit on there, and so we roasted marshmallows and had hot dogs. Actually, we had Polish sausages, so that was pretty good. I've really been enjoying spending the holidays with family. I hope you all had a great Christmas holiday, and I hope that you got everything you wanted this Christmas. If you did get something that you really like, then put a comment in the comment section and tell us what you got. We'd love to hear what you got. So there's Justin. Those roasted Polish dogs were top notch, he said. Well, thank you. I thought they were pretty good. And CG says, I have a really good channel. Thank you, CG. That's very kind of you to say that. So I guess Justin, my son, made it back to Chicago. They headed out this morning about 5 o'clock this morning. We had some really bad storms last night. The weather was such that that the bad weather was rolling in, and so we had some really bad storms last night. About 1 o'clock, I called my son and woke him up because our tornado sirens were going off. There was a tornado that had been spotted very near our house, but fortunately, it didn't get close to our house, and we didn't have any damage at all from the tornadoes that did touch down. So, unfortunately, I don't think that some folks up in North Alabama can say the same. They had some pretty bad damage up in the northern part of the state. So, CG, what did you get for Christmas? You got some toys for your collection? Welcome, Badlands Bandit. Good to see you on here. I hope you had a great Christmas, and I hope that you got everything that you wanted for Christmas this year. So, CG, you got what kind of toys did you get? Tell us what you got. I got a really nice steamer set from my son and daughter-in-law, and I will be using that. It's like a big pan, a pot, or not a pot, but a pan for a skillet that you can steam in. And so I really like that, and I will be doing a lot of cooking in that. I might even take that with me in January. In about a week and a half. Justin says, "Merry Christmas to you, CG." And CG says he got a couple of Funko Pops, Batman villain figures, and Bluey plushes. Okay, great. Yeah, I guess you could say it was a saucepan, but I think I will be getting a lot of use out of it. That's for sure. So, wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of things that I'm doing with my channel in the coming year in 2025. This will be my last live stream and probably it probably won't be my last video of the year, but it will be my last live stream of 2024. And so I wanted to spend a little bit of time and just get real with everybody and kind of give you guys an idea of what you can expect for 2025 from my channel, Retire Inspired. Let me see if I can make my sign do the blinky thing. Okay, it's doing the blinky thing now. So there's a couple of things that I'm going to be doing in the very near future. Tell about the Outback Steakhouse experience last night. Well, my son and I and daughter-in-law and my wife, and we all went out to Outback last night and had a really great steak. It was delicious. Enjoyed it very much. And Badland Bandit says, when are you headed to Arizona? That is exactly what I was about to get to. Thank you for asking. I will be headed to Arizona in about a week. Plan on leaving Montgomery around the 6th, and Mrs. Side Hustle will be staying at home and keeping the home front and taking care of the fuzzy butts, also known as kitties. So I'll be packing up and heading out on the 6th of January, which is very soon. But before I go on my trip, one of the things that I need to do is I need to make some space in my van for the additional items that I have. So when I talk about the additional items that I have a refrigerator that I didn't have when I went on my last. Well, actually did have it on my trip to Chicago and up to Pennsylvania, but I didn't have it when I went last January, so it wasn't an issue with the room, with the space. So what I want to do is I want to build a little bit of a platform underneath my bed, so I'll have a place to put not only the refrigerator. It's about this wide and about this tall, about 4, maybe 3 foot, 2.5, 3 foot tall, and about 4 foot long, 3 foot long, or 4 foot long, something like that. But I want to build a platform that I can put my bed up a little bit higher, and that'll give me some storage space underneath where I can put the refrigerator, and I can also store my new power generator that I have in there so that I'll be able to have that when I go on the road. And the main reason that I want to do that is because I need the extra space for my Mr. Buddy heater. When I go on my trip, it's going to be probably, fine as far as temperature wise goes during the day when I'm traveling. But at night in the desert, it gets really cold. And when I was traveling this past January, and I went down to Arizona last January of this year, at nighttime it would get down in the low 20s. So I I pretty much depended on having that Mr. Buddy heater to keep me warm at night. And you can't leave it running all night because it's propane, and it's a confined space, so you can't leave it running all night. But it would be a good thing for me to be able to turn it on and let it run for about 15 or 20 minutes to warm up the van, and then turn it back off again, and just kind of do that intermittently to keep the van warm while I'm sleeping at night, because it does get really cold. Um, Justin, my son says the platform is a good idea. The boogeyman will need a place to sleep when you go on your trips. Yeah, the boogeyman, he needs to be careful and watch out for me. That's what he needs to do. Also, welcome Invisible River Ranch to the live stream. It's good to see you on here. I haven't seen you in a while. Well, you were on my last live stream about 2 weeks ago, but it's good to see you back. Hope you're doing well, and I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. And I know we're all looking forward to the new year. So he says, hello, good to see you. Everybody say hi to Invisible River Ranch. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the next week. I probably Monday or Tuesday, I'll be doing a video of me building the platform. So that will be the next video that I produce and put out. It'll be a video of me building the platform, and so that way you guys will get to see what it looks like for me building the platform for the new for the bed to go on top, and so I can store the other things underneath. Also, there's a wheel well that kind of is right there in the area where the bed is, and by me bringing the platform and raising it, that will get me over the wheel well, and so I won't have any issue about being away from the wall because of that wheel well with the bed. So that'll be my next video that I put out next week. Will be that me building that platform and raising my bed up so I can store that stuff underneath. And then while I'm gone, I'll be making some videos. I will be making videos of my trip and some of the experiences that I will be having. As you all probably already know, I'll be going to an event in Quartzsite, Arizona called the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. If you've never heard of the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, look it up. It's what it is. There's a guy named Bob Wells who has a YouTube channel called Cheap RV Living, and he kind of has a following of folks who are van dwellers and nomadic community. They all, gather there at Quartzsite in January of every year, and they call it the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. And so this will be my second time attending the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, so I'm looking forward to it. Badland Bandit says the buddy heaters are crucial to stay comfortable, but need to be used carefully, as you just explained. Absolutely. And I do, just so you know, I do have a carbon monoxide detector in my van that will detect me if the oxygen levels ever get to a point where it's unsafe. But the buddy heater also has a safety device built into it. If the oxygen level ever gets too low, it'll automatically shut itself off. So you really there's two safety features I have going for me there to make sure that I don't run into any issues with the propane. Is I have that carbon monoxide detector, and the buddy heater also has that protection as well. So Rat Stash, welcome to the live stream. Good to see you on here. Hope you all are doing well. I talked to Renee and Todd earlier today. We had a nice conversation on the phone. It was good talking to you guys. They were concerned about us with the bad weather, so they wanted to call and check on us, and I appreciate that. They're good friends. I really do appreciate them. Okay. Badland Bandit says, just don't go back to California. That place is a show. Yeah. California is a very interesting place. So CG says, greetings to everybody and hope that your 2024 ends well and that your 2025 starts off great. Badland Bandit says, Bob Wells is great. He's one of the best known van life living YouTubers. Seems like a good man. He is a, you know what? I found that, I met Bob Wells and I made a video with him. If you want to go back on my video list in January of this year, when I went to the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, I actually met Bob Wells and did a video with him. It was a real short video, but it was about 30 minutes. So I don't know if it was terribly short, but we did a video, and actually, the time that I had with him was very short, I should say. But the video itself was of the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous and some of the things that were going on there. But I had a really good time at the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous this year, and got to meet Bob Wells and talk to him briefly, and videoed him as well. He was in a movie called Nomadland. I think it came out about 2 years ago. If you're interested, go to Netflix. If you have Netflix, and it is free to watch. It's called Nomadland, and it's kind of about a lady that Bob Wells kind of helped in getting stable while she was living in her van on the road. So Bob Wells, mentioning Bob Wells, he does a lot of good things for people who are in the nomadic community. I wouldn't consider myself nomadic because I have a house and I live in the house, but I do love to go out and go out to Arizona and stay on the BLM land, which is called Bureau of Land Management, and you can stay out there for free. And so when I go down there for the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, I'll be staying out there in the desert, and I'll be just camping out for the whole time on the BLM. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a real good time, and I'll also have more content that I will be able to make while I'm there. Yes, Bob Wells was on my video. I asked him about Badlands. I'm sorry. I asked him about that movie that he made called Nomadland, and I asked him what was his favorite part of the movie, and he was kind of stumped when I asked him that. He was like, "Well, I don't really, I can't really say. I'm not sure." But if you go back and look at that video, I think you'll really enjoy it if you like Bob Wells. Is there showers and bathrooms? Glad you asked that. So, welcome, Spidey. Good to see you on here tonight, buddy. Spidey Librarian is a guy that I know through CG Anime Fan, and he came on my live stream about maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and visited the live stream because of the video that CG Anime Fan did. But okay, so getting back to the question about the showers and bathrooms, well, I will have my own portable bathroom that I will be bringing with me. It's actually a bucket. But it's made to be a bathroom, and you get these plastic bags that are made specifically for using as a bathroom. And I'm not going to go into too much detail because I just don't think you guys want to hear all that. But it's for using the restroom when you're on the road. And I think for the most part, I will be trying to go to the restroom at convenience stores and stuff like that while I'm out on the road. But there'll be times when I'm not going to have a bathroom really close by, and so that's what I'll be using. That's pretty much par for the course when you're on the road and you're doing the camping thing. So but as far as getting a shower, there is a place there in Quartzsite. There's actually several places where you can go and you pay like $12 and you can get a nice hot shower. So while I'm out on the road, I can stop there and get a shower. But if like I'm on my way there, I can always, just for cleanliness, I've got wet wipes. I can always wipe myself down with wet wipes. I know that's not as good as a shower, but it'll do in a pinch. It'll get you clean at least. Um, and my son Justin says the bathrooms are what you make it. um, and yeah, like a doggy bag. Yep, absolutely. And Justin says, just walk out into the desert and bury it when you're done. 15 billion cats can't be wrong. Well, I don't think you want to bury a plastic bag in the desert. I don't think that's a good idea. Usually how I dispose of them is I will take them to a gas station, just drop them in their trash can out there. Nobody will never know a thing. So Bob Wells always asks when he interviews individuals about their van life setup. That's true. When I didn't know you watched Bob Wells' Badlands Bandit, but I guess that's how you kind of got to watching my channel, is because of the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous last year. I think I recall you saying. But yeah, Bob Wells, he's kind of like the cult leader of the nomadic movement, so to speak. But he's a really good guy. I mean, when I say cult leader, I'm tongue in cheek. He's a good guy. He's down to earth, and he's really a kind person. They have this thing that is called HOWA, and it's Homes on Wheels Alliance. And what they do is for people who are living in their car or their van, and they maybe need a little bit of help. Maybe they need a better van that works better, or maybe they need mechanical work. Then this group, HOWA, will assist them and help them with the cost of the expenses. If they're, like, say it's an elderly person that's living in a van, and they're living on Social Security, and that's all the money that they get. This is something that Bob Wells and his group does, is help people like that when they have unexpected expenses. Spidey saying hi to everybody. Wasn't talking about the plastic bag, LOL. Don't bury it on public lands. No, don't bury. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Badlands Bandit. Don't leave any trace when you're camping. But I think that the video that I'm going to be making is next week, is with the platform that I'm going to be building for the bed. I think you'll enjoy that video. I'll try to do a real good job editing it and making it worth watching. But I'm a little bit nervous about building it myself, because I've never really built a platform for a bed. But I don't think there's a whole lot to it. I think I can build a pretty good one, and I'm probably going to end up screwing the platform into the floor of the van, so that it'll be secure and will absolutely stay in place. So I'm looking forward to getting that video done. And Badlands Bandit says Bob's a big time proponent of van life. He sure is. He's been living in a vehicle for over 20 years, and that's not the life I really want to live personally. But I think it is very interesting for the people that do live in that kind of lifestyle, with the nomadic lifestyle. And there's some people that don't live in their vehicles permanently, but they jump in a vehicle and go and do things with the nomadic community. I guess I would be considered one of those people. But yeah, that is something that I really enjoy. And that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing with my channel going forward into 2025, is I'm going to be doing a little bit more of the van life kind of stuff, and doing stuff with my van and making videos about it. So you'll see more of that. And I hope that people enjoy watching that sort of thing. And I'm always open to any ideas or suggestions that you guys have about what you would like to see in going forward with my channel, and some of the things that I can do to make it better, because at the end of the day, I want to grow my channel. I want to grow the viewership, and I want it to be something that people get something out of. I don't want it to be just something that people are like, I know the guy, so I'm just going to watch him because I'm obligated. I've got a lot of friends that I'm sure that they would watch me just because it's me. And I appreciate that. I appreciate having friends like that in a community that we have with YouTube. It's amazing to me, the community that I have built around YouTube. And being a retiree, my world just kind of collapsed on me when I retire. When I say collapsed, I don't mean in a bad way. What I mean is, when I retired from state service, the people that I spent my time with all day long, there were about 14 or 15 people that I saw on a daily basis, and we chatted and had conversations, and I was always part of meetings and doing interviews and just all kinds of things that kept me busy every day interacting with other people. But when I retired, that all kind of changed. When I retired, I didn't interact with people every day as much as I used to. But this YouTube community has really opened up a door for me so that I have that community still, and I'm able to spend time with people and talk to people and develop those relationships. Those personal relationships are probably one of the most important thing I think that you can have in life. Being able to talk to people and have those personal relationships, friendships. I consider all of you very close personal friends, and I appreciate every one of you. And I appreciate the fact that you, on a Sunday night, you decide to tune into my channel and just listen to me talk. I'm not that interesting of a person, but I think we all have something to share, right? I'm going to get some of these comments in. Invisible River says, let's see. It's good to get outside to see the great outdoors, like a shock. And Spidey says, I find YouTube is excellent for keeping me social, even if I don't get out as much as I used to. Invisible River says, I'm filling in one of them people. I'm filling in one of them people. Okay. And Reselling with Woody, welcome. Good to see you on here, man. Good to see you. I've been watching some of your stuff too. Reselling with Woody came over from from my buddy's channel over there, Wolfman's Goodies, Chad, and he has a YouTube channel himself. If you haven't already checked it out, then I suggest that you go onto his channel and check him out. Yep, you did finally catch another live. I'm glad to see you on here, Woody, and I hope that you can come back next week. I'm live every week if I can, but I had to take a little bit of time off because of the holidays. So I hope that you all understand that. Rat Stash said they started their YouTube when her work went work from home. Okay. CG says, I feel moved and uplifted by the words of friendship. Thank you, CG. I also feel moved and uplifted, and I'm really I'm really touched by the friendships that I have made. And when I think about that, I think about my friends Renee and Todd when I went up there, and we were total strangers when I went up there to Pennsylvania to visit with them. We were not total strangers, but I mean we had never actually met in person. We had just had a friendship through YouTube and the YouTube community. And when I got up there, they just treated me like I was part of the family, and it felt so good and warm and inviting and friendly to have them. To be a part of their family, because the Rats stands for Renee and Todd and Sam, so it's Renee and Todd and Sam. That's the Rats. Just kidding. It's just Renee and Todd, but I do feel like part of their family. And welcome, Marty Baker, my son's soon-to-be daughter-in-law. I mean, my brother's soon-to-be daughter-in-law. Welcome onto the live stream. Tell my brother William hello for me. I hope he's listening. And Reselling with Woody is saying hello to Rat's Stash. Let's see. And Spidey is saying hi. Okay, so everybody's communing and saying hello, and that is great. See, that is what I'm talking about when I talk about the relationships and the friendships that we all have. And we wouldn't even have these friendships or relationships if it wasn't for YouTube. So, I wouldn't know Woody if it wasn't for Chad, because I don't know if Woody would have ever come to my channel, because it's about retirement. Even though I do talk about, he is a eBay seller. So I do talk about eBay because that's part of the stuff that I do in retirement. But I don't know if Woody would have ever come to my channel other if he hadn't have known Chad. So it's all a big family, all a big community. Invisible River Ranch says, I saw one bird feeder cam had like 500 people in it watching the birds. Isn't that crazy? My son Justin, last night, he was getting me on some of the YouTube channels that he watches. And there are people that are just destructive and throw eggs and bust toilets. And I mean, they just do insane things, but they get millions of views. And I'm thinking, what do I need to just start doing crazy stuff to to get more views? No, the answer to that is no. I'm not gonna start doing crazy stuff, and I'm not gonna act crazy. I told my son, just kind of joking. I said, well, what if I just took this Airbnb and just started making a video of me in a diaper and lived as a baby for 24 hours and videoed the whole thing and then put that on YouTube? I bet it would get millions of views, but then I would be I would be the laughing stock of everyone. It would be, now, instead of retire inspired, it would be retire and get senile and act like an idiot. I don't think it would fit in with my channel's ideas. Rats, Renee and Todd. Sam says, good to us. Okay. Invisible River Ranch, and we could be anywhere in the world. Absolutely. I have friends in Australia, and I have friends in other countries like England. And, I have viewers all over the world who watch my videos. And by the way, that one video that I did is at almost 960,000 views. So that means I'm probably going to have 1 million views on that one video. I can't imagine reaching an audience of 1 million people just as an individual retired guy who lives in Montgomery, Alabama. That just blows my mind. I can't imagine that. But Reselling with Woody says, you're a great guy, and we appreciate your sharing your time with us. We are as family, and that's a fact. Thank you. I appreciate that, Woody. Woody, I don't know if you have a regular live stream. I know you do live streams, but if you have a regular time and day that you do a live stream, if you will, let me know, and we'll post it on here, and you can get more people from here to come visit your channel and listen to your live streams. I haven't been able to catch you on a live stream. I've looked at some of your live streams in the past and watched them, but I've never been able to catch you live. It would be great if I could sometime. So if you ever do have a regular schedule, or if you already have a live schedule that you do on a regular basis, let me know and I'll post it on here. Sounds busy over there in Montgomery. Yeah, you hear all the sirens is what you're hearing, isn't it? We live not too far, not to dox myself, but we live not too far from an ambulance company, and so that's why you hear the sirens. Sometimes you'll actually hear those in my videos as well. Sure is amazing, the stuff out there. It is really amazing to me. Viral for sure. Yeah, that video went viral. I don't think that's a rebrand you want to do. I don't think so either, Spidey, but I thought it was funny to just mention it. But if I wanted to get rich on YouTube, I mean, the best way to get rich on YouTube is to be the craziest person that you can possibly be. But before I get into some of the eBay stuff, I wanted to spend a little bit more time talking about my future plans for YouTube in 2025. A lot of the content in my videos is me going somewhere, or me fixing something, or me doing a haul video of some stuff that I picked up to sell on eBay, or maybe even a video like, when I do my live streams and I talk about what sold on eBay. But all of it has been kind of surface material. I haven't really dug deeper. And what I want to do this year is I want to have some meaningful, thought-provoking videos that dig deeper into, um, you know, how I feel about things. I'm not going to get political. I don't want to get into the political arena, but I'm going to be talking about some political things sometimes. And I'm going to be talking about, how I feel about certain things. I'm going to get a little bit deeper than just that surface material that I've been doing. A lot of the material all of the material, I don't really think I have a single video where I talk about thought provoking ideas and stuff that really affects me on a personal level as a person who is retired. And I mentioned just a minute ago that when I did retire, that my world kind of shrank, and the people that I interacted with, went from 17 to maybe one or two. But because of, as I mentioned, because of YouTube, I have a larger group of people that I talk to on a regular basis now because of that. Now I don't see all of them on a daily basis, but the internet is an amazing thing because you still have those connections even though you're miles and miles apart. Can't do that at the local office. Power of the internet. Okay, so Woody, you're a retired Class A hazmat driver, and you resell for something to do. Okay, and that's kind of like me too, Woody. I'm a retired Alabama state employee. I used to be the director of the Adult Protective Services in the state of Alabama. I was the state director, and and I still do have a master's degree in social work, and so I was a uh, full-time social worker for the last 25 years of service with the state. And so I retired, and I really do enjoy, I have fun with eBay, and it makes money. But sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough, and that's when I need to stop and just take a pause, because then it becomes too much. You hear all the sirens. It's still, yeah, they're going back and forth tonight. Must be a busy night. But what I was saying is, um, fortunately, I'm not dependent on the money that I get from selling on eBay. But because it is actually bringing an income of, so far, is $56,000 this year, I feel compelled to like work it on a daily basis, and sometimes when I don't get as much done as I feel like I should have done, I feel a little bit like I didn't do what I needed to do that day, and that's just not what I want in retirement. I want to be able to relax. I want to be able to enjoy the days of retirement, and just uh, keep eBay as a fun thing. I don't want to turn it into a job, and I think you understand that, Woody. Um, my son says you should do a mukbang in the desert. That's another thing he was showing me last night. These people who eat absurd amounts of food and they just shove it in their face, and that gets views, 7 million views. And I just, I don't get it. I don't get it. Woody says she does lives, but had to cancel 6 shows with some great guests due to family issues, and he'll be back, and we'll be sure to let everyone know. Yep. Woody, I definitely will tune in if you have a regularly scheduled show that you do live, or if you, I did hit your notification bell, so I will be notified when you go live. But yeah, I would like to get in on some of your lives and see your live shows sometimes. I have watched them after the fact, though, like Andy Rooney used to do. You're welcome to contact me anytime, buddy. Okay. Got government roots. Yep. Woody says he stays in touch with many resellers all across the U.S. on a weekly basis. And that's another thing, people who have like interests that do YouTube, like, for example, people who do reselling, they have a convention once a year where everybody comes together, all the resellers, all the YouTubers, they all come together. Not all of them, because some of them just don't do it, but most of them all come together and they spend time together, and I think that's great because it's a family also. What to do is the big question, that's for sure. Okay, so like I said, my goal for 2025, I want to get I'm going to have some surface stuff, like some how-to type videos that I do, but I'm not going to limit myself to those. I want to have a little bit of deeper thought and imagination, and I'm not going to do any of the crazy stuff like put on a diaper and spend 24 hours in a diaper and act like a baby. I'm not going to do the mukbang stuff, which is people who eat absurd amounts of food, because I used to be a lot heavier than I am now, and I certainly don't want to get that heavy again. Plus, I am diabetic, and it's not good for me to eat those insane amounts of food. The most people I know from Alabama was with the Saturn rocket thing. Were you involved with the Saturn rocket thing? Invisible River Ranch. TG Anime Fan says, I have to get going in a few minutes, but I hope that everyone has a great, enjoyable time and lots of wonderful, fun holidays. Well, we hate to see you go, CG, but it was good that you got to join us tonight. I'm so glad that you were here. Be sure to hit that like button. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Reselling with Woody. Do a celery mukbang. Oh, I think if you ate that much celery, you would that's a lot of starch and stuff. That would mess up your insides. Hearts will help too. Yeah, absolutely. And for you guys who are commenting and sharing with us your holiday experiences and just participating in the conversation tonight, that means a lot to me. It makes me feel like I'm here for a purpose. Seeing your comments, it really makes me feel like you guys are getting into this video, and that you're actually enjoying the conversation, and that means a lot to me, because I don't want to waste anybody's time. I want people that come into this live stream feel like they're part of the conversation, and feel like they are important, and that their ideas are important. Everybody in here, in my opinion, is very important, and I really do appreciate your comments. Invisible River Ranch. What I want to do is get an aircraft and fly around with the cat. Do you have a pilot's license? If not, then that would really make a good video if you flew around with a cat. So my son says, on a more serious note, you should do a featurette on Conecuh sausages. It's kind of a unique Alabama thing that I don't think many people know about. That's a good idea. Good idea, Justin. I think I'm going to make a couple of cooking videos. And one of those is going to be about Conecuh sausages, because you're probably right. People don't know. And people love to watch cooking videos. I don't understand what it is about cooking videos, but I like to watch them myself, so I guess I do understand. I like Flying Monkey and the Wizard of Oz. Okay. Spidey says, I'm going to head off. Everyone have a great evening. And at Retire Inspired, have a great rest of the stream. Thank you, Spidey. And thank you for coming on. I like how he does that every time he welcomes someone into his live stream. He acts like he's shooting web out of his hand. I like Spidey. He's a good guy. He's one of the good ones. But flying cats. People want to be entertained and find out stuff. That's right. People want to be entertained. People want to feel like they don't want to just sit around and watch some boring old guy talk about nose hair. I don't know though. I guess you could do a video, up close video, picking ear hair or picking nose hair, and that would probably get 1 million views. But I'm not going to do that. The neighbors have better candy. Does that mean I should stop at their house on Halloween before I stop by yours? No, that means you should stop at their house because I'm not going to have any. I don't have candy on Halloween. So I wanted to show you a couple of things that I picked up recently to resell. I want to get a little bit of eBay stuff in here today. But this I got at our local thrift store. And this is a pair of, this is thinning shears for like someone who cuts hair professionally. And this side is just a pair of cutting scissors for hair cutting. And they're, professional stainless steel grooming scissors is what they're called. And I got both 2 packs for $5. And when I looked these up on eBay, the sold comps, they were going for about $10 each. So if I split this up, I bought about 12 or 13 packs of these. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to list it multiple quantity for about $12 per pack. And because I do a 10% discount, by the time the 10% discount gets on there, it'll go for about maybe $8. But I'm paying $5 for 2 sets, so that's not a bad deal there. I think it'll be good. They had a whole box of them, a box of 70, and I tried to get him to sell them to me for $1 a piece, but he wasn't going to go for that. He wanted to sell them individually, like this, for $5 for a pack of 2. So he's gonna try to sell them for $5 for a pack of 2. Woody says there was no trick-or-treaters here. And I was thinking 30 on those. Dang, I was wrong. Yeah, but they're really quality scissors. And these are those shears that they use to, on this side, it's got like the comb thing in it that they use to thin your hair out, that doesn't, you feel like they're just cutting a big hole in your head. The other thing I wanted to show you guys is, let me see if I can pick it up. This is guess what this is? If you can tell me what this is, you win a star. So the first one to guess what this is. What is it? This should be the big clue right here. It's an Xbox Series X, except it's not an Xbox Series X. See, it's got all the buttons and everything, but it's actually a refrigerator. So I picked this up this weekend. Looks just like an Xbox Series X. I think it's pretty neat. I picked it up this weekend for $20, and the comps on it are around $35 to $40. So I'll be getting that listed pretty soon as well. So before I run all my time out, looks like I'm up to 50 minutes so far. I wanted to give you guys an update on my store, just to kind of give you an idea. For those of you who hadn't jumped into the eBay reselling community yet, or if you're interested in it, or you're curious and you want to know, um, reselling with Woody said, I saw the Xbox but could not place the item. Visible River Ranch says that's cute. Okay, but I want to share with you guys. This is kind of inspirational for me. I never thought that you could make this kind of money part-time reselling on any platform, let alone eBay. But there, if you want it, it's out there and it's available now. Like I was telling you before, when I was talking about me and Woody and I are both not we're not full-time resellers. We're just casual part-time resellers. I don't know, maybe Woody is a full-time reseller, but I'm just doing it casually part-time. And it's been really good as far as the amount of money, surprisingly, that I've been able to make in doing it. But I'm just going to share this information with you. I'm not going to go into all the items that I've sold on this video because I've spent a lot of time talking about other things. But I want to share with you how much I've my eBay store has made this year, so that you can get an idea of what the possibilities are. All right, so this is a review of my sales for the year, and this will be kind of like my last update for the year. Let's see, how many days are in December anyway? Is it 31? Yeah, I think it is 31. So we're only got 2 more days left in December. But this is what my sales have been this year: $56,738.01, and that's just doing it, a couple hours a day and not really being extremely serious about it. I can only imagine what I would be making if I was doing it full time. Woody says he's a full-time reseller. That's his new job. He likes the fact that you have the blue field on our flag flying in on the correct side. Well, thank you, Woody. Just so that you know, that does represent what you think it represents. It represents the thin blue line, which is a police flag. And I am a certified police officer. I was a police officer before I became a social worker. So I'm still a certified police officer, and I'm still a sworn officer with sheriff's department nearby the county where I live. Reselling with Woody. That's a good job on the sales. Thank you, Woody. I appreciate that. And the hardest part about it has not been selling it, listing it, buying it. Has been shipping it. Shipping it is the thing that I don't have the most fun in doing, but I know it has to be done. And I set my store to 1 day shipping. So now I ship all my items within 1 day. But $56,738 in sales for something that I'm not really putting but a few hours a week into, that blows my mind. Of course, the selling costs are $17,873.95. I'd be happy with just that amount. That's 31% of my total sales, and my net sales is $35,371.69. And I sold 796 items this year at an average sales price of $71.28. So I just thought I would share that with you guys and let you see, kind of what my sales were this year. Maybe inspire someone who's interested in selling part-time or even full-time. You can really make a really good living off of it. If I put my full steam into it, I'm almost certain that I could make $100,000 a year selling on eBay. Let's see what some of these comments. Thank you, Woody, on that comment. What is my tax rate? Well, I have a pension that I get, a pension from my retirement, and I'm not going to ever really talk about what that is, but I will just say that it is enough to take care of my expenses. I don't have a whole lot of expenses because my home's paid for, and all of my I just have one vehicle that I owe money on, but I borrowed that money after I retired. So I was actually debt free when I retired, and I just borrowed about $20,000 to buy that van that I'm going to be driving out to Arizona. But anyway, so I don't pay taxes on my retirement income to the federal government or to the state. I think I do pay taxes on that to the federal government, but I'm not really sure, because this will be the first year when I file my taxes in 2025. That'll be my first year filing taxes as a retiree, so it's kind of a new thing for me, and and so it'll be right. Maybe I'll fill you guys in on what kind of tax liability there is in retirement, because that's something I haven't really seen a whole lot of videos about for as far as retirements go. So yeah, I will find that out, I'm sure, when I go to file my taxes. Most of us don't have anything. Well, it just depends on what you think is anything. I mean, if you've got a roof over your head, and if you've got food in your stomach, and you've got a place to live, that's a blessing. And that's really all any of us need, right? You could pay cash for everything, build a shed, and be debt free like I am if you hammer on the reselling. Yeah, I don't plan on borrowing any more money, Woody. What I plan on doing, and I should be able to do that this year. I should be able to pay off my van and get rid of that. So I'll be back in debt-free status again in the near future. I think I can probably get that van paid off within the next 6 months. So I think that's going to be not going to be an issue for me, because I'll get that paid off quickly. Having the kind of money that I've been bringing in with eBay, it's just more money than I need, that I actually need. So I'm able to take that money and just kind of throw it at the debt that I already have. So I'll get rid of that, and then I'll be debt free again. And if you're listening to this and you are debt free, stay debt free and don't borrow money. And if you're not debt free, then get debt free, or try to get debt free. I bought, what are you talking about? Building a shed and being debt free. I have 3 sheds that I bought. Paid cash for 2 of them. I borrowed the money for one of them. I just paid that one off. And so that one shed and the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van were the only 2 debts I had. I just paid that other shed off. So now I have 3 sheds, and they're full of crap. So Invisible River Ranch says no pensions. Parents had a pension, and never worked in government. Woody says, I'm proud of being debt-free, 5 acres and no bills, general electric, property taxes, water, etc. Good. That's great, Woody. Hey, by the way, since you've got 5 acres, I don't know where you live, but I might want to come visit that area. So would it be okay if I came and parked my van on your land and maybe spend a little bit of time thrifting with you? I need to establish credit history. No, don't get credit history. Don't borrow money if you can help it. So it's necessary. It's tough to build a shed with cash. Okay. All right. Well, guys, I want to tell you guys, I want to open the floor first of all before I close out for the night. I have really enjoyed tonight's conversation. You guys have been so involved in the conversation tonight, and you've been, providing some really great feedback. I really like your idea, Justin, about doing a cooking video. I will be doing some cooking videos in the future, and I'll be putting those out. So I'm looking forward to that. Woody, what state are you in? What city and state are you in? Just curious. But yeah, I'm open to ideas. I appreciate you guys, being so involved in tonight's conversation. It was really made the time go by quickly, and I think it was a pretty good live stream. I really enjoyed it. I got a lot out of it. I hope that that you all got a lot out of it too. Okay, Woody is in Oklahoma. I will be not too far from Oklahoma when I go out to Arizona. So maybe I might drop in on you and say hi. You're going past Tucson on I-10. Yep, I will be going past Tucson on I-10. Beard King Picker is planning to visit. Well, where is Beard King Picker? He should be in here tonight. I wish he was in here also. I know y'all kind of, all of y'all kind of came into my live stream about, what was it, about 3 or 4 weeks ago? You all came together. I guess y'all got together. Reselling with Woody, Nashville. Whoa, wait a minute. Are you in Oklahoma or Nashville? I'm confused. 60 miles around the mountain. I hit them up to pop in. Yeah, that was pretty funny when all of them popped in and y'all were like, yeah, you don't even know what's going on. That was cool. I enjoyed that. I appreciate y'all doing that too. Alex is in Nashville. Oh, Beard King Picker is in Nashville, and you're in Oklahoma. I got you. I got you now. Okay. Well, looks like I have gone over an hour, and I usually try to limit my live streams to an hour. But I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. And like I said, this community is really important to me. This online YouTube community is something that I never imagined in the past, and it's just something that has been a very instrumental part of my life going into retirement, having that community and the group of people that I can now call friends that I would never even know if it were not for YouTube. So I thoroughly appreciate having all these new friends, and I look forward to the people that I'll be meeting in the future on YouTube, because I'm sure as my channel grows, so will my friends that I consider viewers or subscribers and friends. So also I have some friends that are in part of that nomadic community. They're out there in Quartzsite, and then I'll be seeing some of them people. There's a guy named Chuck Jacobs that I ran into last year. He has a YouTube channel. It's called I think it's called Chuck Jacobs, but he has a van. He's not a full-time van dweller, but he has a van, and he always goes to the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, and we plan on camping together this year in January when I go out there. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm also, looking forward to making the content and producing it, getting better with my ability to produce video content. I want to. That's another thing I'm going to focus on in 2025 is increasing my skills in editing videos and creating those videos in a more professional way, so to speak. So it's not amateurish. Of course, I've come a long way since I first started making videos. So I'm really happy with the growth that I've gotten since I became a YouTuber, and since I started making content on a regular basis. And just hope to continue to grow in 2025 and develop those skills a little bit more, be able to do a few more things with editing that I'm not currently doing to make it more appealing to watch. So I hope y'all enjoy that. Woody says, I'll invite you to be on my live, so looking out for that. Absolutely. I will be glad to be on your live stream, Woody. Woody says he had fun and he'll see us on the flip side. So I will follow Woody's lead right there, and I will say the same thing for you guys. Thank you all for joining me tonight. And if you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't hit that notification bell to let you know when I post a video, be sure and hit that notification bell. If you're watching right now, go to that notification bell if you hadn't already hit it, and hit it right now. And if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel so that you can watch my content going forward. I look forward to getting to know you guys better, and really glad that I have made acquaintances with you. Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll stay in touch, and hopefully one day we'll get to meet face to face and spend time together, just hanging out and being friends. So with that, I'm going to say good night. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Love you guys, and see you next time. Next Sunday, 7:30 p.m. Look out for my thumbnail that shows that I'm going to be doing a live stream. If you don't see that thumbnail, that it means I'm not going to be doing a live stream. But if you see that thumbnail, I'm going to be on 7:30 p.m. Sunday nights every week. Love you guys. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one. Good night.